What's up everybody, my name is JR, aka the Sinister Camaro, and welcome to another video. I'm so glad you joined me for a video today because some big things are going to be happening and I want you guys to be a part of it. I've already asked this question on Facebook and Instagram. I've gotten a little bit of why I decided these things, but I actually wanted to bring you guys here on YouTube because this is where I want it to impact the most. I got, I guess, an itch for a new car. I'm very indecisive when it comes to these things because big purchases I usually like to hang on to for a while. I don't know if I ever turn into like a street speed 717 and kind of just buy a car, have it for a month or so and then sell it. Maybe I'll get to that point after a few of these cars go by, I'm not sure. But for the content on this channel, I would love to bring you guys basically a build from start to finish kind of thing. And I want it to be not just a like low-end kind of car. I want something that I can enjoy to drive, that my family can enjoy to be in, just something new, because the current 5th gen, even though there's a lot done to it, it's awesome, it's amazing. I still love driving it to this day and we plan on keeping it. It's getting a little bit stale as far as the content because everything for it is just so expensive. A boost for it is like $12,000 in parts for what I want to do. I want to wide body bag it, that's a lot of work, labor work to do. It's going to be slammed, it's got to have different wheels on it. Just a whole bunch of money is going to have to drop into it to get it exactly how I want it. So instead of going down that rabbit hole, what if we kept that car around, do some like maintenance videos on it, stuff like that. But what if we got a new car, brought it to the channel? So that's what this video is about. We've got a couple of runner-up kind of car ideas, but at the end of the day, it's something I want to have fun with. So end of the day, of course, I'm going to pick what I have fun with as well. But I want your input to see what would further this channel more. So out of these options, I want to know, after hearing what I have to say, the reasoning I have behind it, what would you guys pick? So make sure to drop in the comments which one of these cars would you like to see on the channel. Make sure that you also leave a why, because I need to know, I need to be convinced that this is the route we need to go. I want to make you guys happy, but I have to have myself and my family happy as well, because I mean, this is going to be a big purchase for us. We're not like raking in the money or anything like that. So, but without further ado, let's jump right into it and you'll see all the options and why I decided to go with the route that I did right after this. Alright guys, so like I said, there are a few options. Let's first start with the runner-ups, just because I just want to start my mindset. I'm bringing you inside the mind of the creator right now. So basically we've got two runner-ups that I considered previously that I don't think I'm going to go for anymore for obvious reasons. One being the C7 Corvette. You know, I love the body style. The body style was amazing and had a great platform. It's front engine Corvette. It was before the C8s came out. Like the Grand Sports would be a great concept because like Z06 may be a little bit out of our price range possibly at that point. But I was looking at Grand Sports and basic Stingrays at the time and I just couldn't see pulling the trigger on just a basic sports car, like a lower end model sports car. I feel like if I'm going to go to that level, I want to be on the Grand Sport Z06, ZR1 level. So that's why we're looking at the Grand Sports, because it's like the base model on steroids as far as handling, suspension, power, and all that. But it still met that price range that we're looking at. The second runner-up would be the Nissan GTR. I mean, it's already boosted, twin turbos, all-wheel drive. It's a great car. Everybody knows it. Everybody loves it. But there's kind of three reasons why I kind of steered away from it. One being price, because I mean, I actually went out and almost bought, I was like this close away from getting a 700 horsepower Cobb Motorsport tuned everything GTR from a place down the street. They would not meet my number like I wanted them to, so it sounded a lot and ended up going for less because I just didn't want to deal with them. I'm not sure why they couldn't go down a couple $1,000s, but that's just how dealerships are. They think they can get more than they have, but you got to remember, performance parts depreciates the value. I don't want those parts. What if I wanted something different? I mean, it's whatever. But they had a number they wanted to hit. I had a number I wanted to hit. We couldn't meet in the middle. Everybody knows what it looks like. Everybody knows what it is. Kids love it. Adults love it. It's a great track car. You just have to invest a lot of money into getting it to that 2,000 horsepower range. But I really wanted to do something like that, but I just never got around to doing it. Another thing that kind of discouraged me is the interior. It hasn't really changed over the years. I mean, it really hasn't. Just the interior is just plain Jane. It doesn't look like anything. It's not that exciting. No fancy equipment or anything like that. I didn't really like the interior of it at all. And the third one being a reason you may not have thought of, but a lot of our YouTubers are already in the GTRs. They're spending $50,000, $80,000 on these Pan-Dam Rocket Bunny kits, dropping them, like doing all that stuff already. So it's like I'd be coming behind them years later doing the exact same thing. And I don't think that it'd be good for a YouTube channel to do that kind of car. It's still a great car, don't get me wrong. If you own a GTR, more power to you. It's just for the route I'm going with this channel, I feel like new is better, new companies, new relations for a small channel like me, so that's why I really want to go down that road. Now that we discussed the two runners-up, let's discuss the three options, well, the three generic basic options that I'm looking at going forward, and let's see if any of those would interest you guys. And again, leave me a comment below which one you would decide to get and why. Which do you want to see in the channel and why? Alright, so first up, we're going to go with a no-brainer. Of course, the Camaro ZL1 1LE. This car, the 6th gen platform with the LT motor in it, I'm just going to tell you the automatic 10 speeds is what I'm going to go for. I can drive a manual, I have no problem with a manual, but the 10 speed is a whole lot faster. It's a lot easier to get that power up there, and it's constant, bam, hit you in the face. I don't have to worry about replacing clutches if I miss a gear or anything like that, because clutches over time can get expensive, and I don't really want to go into that. So when dealing with a car like this, I just want to pop into something, go for a drive. If I get locked into traffic trying to go to work, I want to make sure that I don't have to worry about killing my left leg or shifting all the time trying to go 1 2 1 2 1 2. I mean, I just not into that. There's just a lot of track cars that are dealing with the automatic transmission, and even though manual transmissions, you're one with the car, you can control it, all this other stuff. That's a lot of what the people that don't really have that kind of performance kind of tell you. You'll have some really die-hard people that are just like, stick, 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 you gotta have stick. I'm not one of those people. I don't care which one you have, but me personally, I just enjoy the automatics. Again, I can drive manual, but it's not that big a deal. We'll be looking at a Camaro ZL1 1LE, I'm not sure what year. Depends on the price point, and I'm the kind of guy that kind of likes the new stuff. So the Camaro that we have now and the truck on the channel, they were both purchased brand new, one owner, because I don't want to have to invest so much money into somebody else's problems. So I want something fresh off the bat, so if something breaks, I know I did it. It's a track monster. The LT4 motor is amazing, and we're going to be looking at an automatic 10-speed. I plan on wrapping it. Full exhaust would be a good start for it, and then at some point maybe cam it to kind of like what we have now. So we'll basically have the same platform, but we'll be going into more of the track kind of stuff, like suspension, all that stuff. So I just feel like I would have a lot more fun with something like that. Of course, the Camaro platform is all about me. That's called the Sinister Camaro for a reason, right? If you know me from Facebook, you know that before I had the Camaro, I had an Acura. My middle name was Acura Man back then because I thought I was cool. You know, 16, 17-year-olds just think they were cool. I actually changed it to Camaro Man once I got my Camaro when I turned like 21, 22. So changed that to Camaro Man, so I've been like that ever since. If you go on Facebook, search in the title bar, Camaro Man, you'll see my logo right here. You'll see that logo right there, and that will be me. So I've been really invested into Camaros and everything, but with everything that's come out recently, all the new platforms, I mean, the other options that we're going to talk about, just trust me that there's a reason why they're the way they are. But it's an all-around great car. It's great for just cruising around. It's great for the track. You can go drag racing with it if you want it to. It's easy to upgrade as far as power's going. I mean, you can mess with the supercharger, swap it out to boost. It's already boosted, so your motor and your transmission, your rear end, can handle a lot more than the SS Camaro or even the V6 Camaro or the V4. Doesn't matter. Because you start with such a beefy platform, it's a lot easier to get even beefier on top of it because you already have that good starting point. So when I first bought my 5th gen Camaro, it was the top of the line, best you could do, 2SS/RS with, so it's basically had all the bells and whistles with the RS package on it. The ZL1s did not come out until 2012, the year after I got it, and I was bummed because I didn't have the top of the line model anymore and it had only been a year. After that, they came out with the 1LE SS, and then of course this year model. This past couple years they came out with the 1LE. Just a common misconception, because I've talked to a couple of you guys while gaming. The 1LE version of the ZL1 and the SS is not a package like your Vengeance Racing or in any kind of like Shelby with the Ford. Like it's not, it doesn't go to a different company to be built. All that's in Chevy. The 1LE basically means track package. You have that package for aerodynamics, your braking, your cornering. All that is built into the Camaro model if it has that 1LE package on it. So beefed up suspension is the name of the game when you go into that. Now if you get a ZL1 that just has ZL1 without the 1LE, you're gonna be missing the aerodynamics as far as the front splitters, the canards, the big wing on the back that everybody seems to like that costs $1,500. Yeah, you heard right, that one wing that's carbon fiber on the back, $1,500. I know a lot about Camaros, but the LT platform is kind of new for me, but I kind of want to bring on a car onto the channel that we can kind of build on top of. Having that knowledge of that platform, being able to install the exhaust, the cold air intakes, and show you guys how to do it and see what it costs, hook up with some companies, do some track days or something with you guys. I mean, there's a whole lot of potential with that. So that's the Camaro ZL1 1LE. That's the first option. All right, so option number 2, we're going to keep in the Chevy family because that's what people seem to think. So we've got the Camaro, we've got the lifted Chevy Silverado, we got the brand new Chevy Corvette C8. Now, I can tell you right now, it's the newest, it's the latest, greatest kind of thing. It's a mid-engine, so it's a brand new platform that nobody is like used to using. It's brand new. The computer has not been unlocked yet. The thing I love about the Corvette, again, brand new platform. I love the fact that it's a mid-engine. The transmission is amazing. It's like the Ferraris and Lamborghinis have, and it's very fast, very quick from what I've seen in other videos. I have not had any seat time in it myself or the 1LE ZL1, so I'm trying to set that up with a car dealership in town right now for videos for you guys to see if you can get my kind of reactions at which one I'm kind of leaning towards. Front of it looks amazing. I love the Corvettes. My mom has a C6. I drive it all the time, detail it, everything. I love that car. It's so light. It doesn't have that much power to it, but the fiberglass body, how light it is. The bad thing is that you hit every bump and those front tires always rub when you turn really hard on it. On stock tires and everything, it still rubs, and I don't understand why that happens. But that must be a Corvette thing, I guess. Targa top is a must. Love Targa tops. I'm not sure what color, maybe like red or black or something, so we can wrap on top of that as well. I'm not sure what to do about the exhaust. I'm seeing these twin turbo builds, but again, the ECU is not unlocked yet, so you can't get the full potential. Transmission is limited to about 700 horsepower, so that's a little bit of a bummer because that would probably cost a pretty penny since they're so new to fix. So that's a little bummer, but I feel like the sides of the car itself look great. It looked a lot better than I thought they did. When I see like the side vent like just sticking out like the Lamborghinis, I really like that style. I know I have Lamborghini doors on the Camaro and everything, but that style just really does it for me. I really enjoy that aesthetic appeal to it. I feel like it could be a little bit better. I just don't know how. I'm not any kind of design artist or anything, but I just feel like there's something missing that they could have. Maybe with the new Z06 or ZR1 they'll fill that in, because it seems the more aggressive the motor gets, the better the car looks in the Corvettes, because the ZR1 looks amazing in the C7s, the Z06s and the Grand Sports look great, and the base model just looks like a base model and needs a lot of improvement in order to look like something I would drive. The part that I have the most problems with is the rear. I don't like the rear at all. I like the old school, like the C7 taillights were amazing. I love those. C6 were even good with the little bubbles, you know, that keep it like the rest of the Corvettes of the previous years. But C7 nailed it. I love those. Very aggressive looking, and it just flowed. I love that. But the new one, it just looks so out of place. I mean, it looks like an arrow in the front, and then it's just like a box in the back. I don't like that. But that's more of an aesthetic kind of thing. And of course, we can rip the bumpers off, put twin turbos on, right? I'm telling you right now, just hear me out. That ECU it's already fast as it is. Once that ECU gets unlocked, there's gonna be so much potential. And if they can find out how to upgrade the transmissions without it costing an arm and a leg to fix, that car is gonna be a beast. I'm telling you right now, it's a base model NA, hasn't been boosted yet. It's a mid-engine. I can see the potential not a lot of the older people see the potential. All they see is, oh, it's one of those new fancy things all these kids are raging on about. No, trust me, I think the C8 Corvette is going to be one of the fastest cars. The Corvette just handles everything, but it's also in a next tier. It's in the sports car tier, whereas the Camaro and the Hellcats are more in the muscle car tier. So that's a little bit of a difference there too. There's a lot of money going into that, a lot of uncharted territory that I just feel like a lot of people on the channel would like to see. So that's why I'm kind of leaning towards the Corvette as well. We'll still keep the 5th gen Corvette, so I'll still be the Sinister Camaro. If something changes, maybe we'll change the name, I don't know, but right now Sinister Camaro is staying. But the Corvette, I just see a whole bunch of potential, new videos, installs, all that. So that is option number 2. And then last but not least, this is going to be a curveball, a little bit of a curveball. Some people might expect it, I'm not too sure. But Dodge has really hit on something with these Hellcats. So the 707 horsepower, of course, crank horsepower, not rear wheel horsepower, understandable, but you got to give it to them when it comes to price per horsepower, because nobody else gets really close to that. But the thing that kills it, the weight of the car itself. Even though you have a super fast car, if it's heavy, it's going to take a lot of power to get that weight up to speed. It's very good for burnouts. I know you guys like burnouts because you keep telling me to do them, and I did it on a video and you guys don't even watch it. But they're good for burnouts, and they're good for drag strip racing, which I've done a couple times. I mean, I wouldn't mind going back out and do it again. The price point, I would love to have a wide body, but I don't know if, I think the wide bodies, Redeyes and Redebody Hellcats and all that, I think they start out around like the $75,000, $85,000 mark. So that's gonna be a hard sell a little bit. Even with great credit and everything, it's gonna be a little pricey. But again, horsepower, price point. Also, a lot of people already have Hellcats, they just don't have like the wide bodies, they don't have the Redeyes. I have been talking to one of our friends who actually has a Redeye. It's over 1,000 horsepower, and he loves it, takes to the track. They're great people, wonderful people, and I hope that we can get their car on the channel at some point. It just looks like every other car on every other Challenger, so you can't really tell the base model from upper models. A lot of people already have them already. The price is up there for what it is, and the body style just hasn't changed, whereas the 5th gen Camaro, complete change. I mean, they resurrected the Camaro genre from the 4th to the 5th gen, because I mean, we didn't have Camaros for a few years. So 5th gen, there's nothing like it on the road. 6th gen is more modernized, where you can see features of other brands in it, but at the same time it's very aggressive looking. I love the cosmetic appeal to it. The only thing that really has going for it is the motor itself, and that's pretty much it. And just to have things, and just be able to say, hey, I have a wide body, which is not technically a wide body, by the way, it's just fender flares. But having a wide body Charger or Challenger, it just doesn't stick out. So it's a hard sell for me. That's why I'm asking for you guys to kind of give me insight. Let me know what you think, because that could be a breaking point. I mean, you could tell me something I could have never even thought of before, and we could go with that. But yeah, so those are 3 options. That's what's ticking around in my brain. I want to see what you guys have to say, because again, this is for not only for me, not only for my family, but it's for the channel as well. I want to see this channel grow. We're doing so well with 6,700 subscribers, and you guys have really just supported me from the beginning. So I appreciate that. We be able to make videos for you guys that you share it out. We get more people on here, and we have this great, amazing community that helps each other kind of work on things and all that. So I just want to keep moving in that realm. So that's why I took off like the snack crate videos. I mean, we'll be making like a separate channel for that maybe at some point. But I want to stick back. I want to go back to the automotive and tech part of this channel. I really wanted to go in hard on it. Saving up, I've got the money to boost the 5th gen, but it's just at a point where I just don't even know if I really want it that bad. I just kind of want something new to kind of play with, and a new house would be nice too, so that's cool. But let me know what you guys think. I really am interested. Share this with your friends. Maybe your friends could come back here and tell me, the dealerships or whatever, maybe they can tell me what they think about it. If you've had seat time in any one of these cars, if you had two of these cars at some point, or all three. I want to know your feedback, what you thought about it, because this is a really big decision for me, and I have no idea. So that's pretty much it for today's video. Thank you guys for joining me and for listening to me ramble on and joining me for a day in my mind and how my thought process works. Subscribe if you're new here, and we'll get to see some new content, hopefully, from a new car here pretty soon. If you've been here before, thank you guys again for joining me and for supporting me and this channel and my family and everything that we've got. I could not thank you guys enough. No, I do not make enough money from YouTube to support these cars. These are just cars that I can afford just because of my current job, which right now allows me to make the ends meet and make these videos for you guys. But hopefully the YouTube channel will get big and we'll have all three in the channel. So who knows? I'll be the North Carolina version of Street Speed or something. I don't know. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day. Don't forget, always remember, stay sinister.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.